know them ready there. Yo, this I ever get to you dream. Buy up some car and build a house in a scheme. Go get the bread and then me share it with the team. Mommy have for good, she have for happy, I'm a queen. Big up the youths, them way a house in the streets. Even if you're still a white car windscreen. Something better than nothing, cause food I feed. So I'm going for the G. No. Come on for greatness. I mean I do this on me heart, my patient. When I go back in at the past, attention. I'm from the ghetto where the man.
What a morning it is. It already is a musical morning. Of course, we have Dub Squad in the building, but right now I want to say a warm welcome back to the sunny side of morning television. And from school stage shows to Mona High to big stage energy on Magnum Top Performer, our next guest has been honing his craft and finding his own space in the industry. And today is here to share his journey, talk inspiration, and give the youths a little wisdom on this very special Child's Day. Welcome, recording artist, Leejan.
Leejan, morning, how are you?
You good?
It's good to have you.
If somebody watching on there saying, Leejan, who is Leejan? What would you tell them? Who's Leejan?
Ingenious and emerging dancehall / reggae artist, you know, from the hills of Garntown, St. Andrew, where, you know, my love for music started at a tender age. You understand? I went to Grove Primary School, graduated from Grove Primary, went to Michael, and graduated from Michael, which Michael was like a secondary all-age type of school. So I graduated, I did GNAT, which was the grade 9 achievement test. So when I did GNAT, passed for Mona High School, and then at that time is when I really started to take music on a serious level. So Mona High School basically gave me an actual platform to showcase and develop my talent.
What was it about Mona High for you? Was it a teacher? Was it maybe the artist who you did really rate that time? What was it about that time that made you say, yeah, you know, say I'm going to take music seriously?
I'd say it was the teachers. Because when I went there, I was doing really good. Both academically and behavior-wise. And, you know, I was given a class project in one of my English class, you know, where the class was given like a task to write a literary piece, which could have been a poem, a song, anything of a literary piece. So I wrote a song, but it was like a group work thing. So I had two friends that I used to flex with in school, and then they both were in the group, and also two other guys. So one would participate in beating the drum. One would participate in writing the lyrics as well as me. And the next one now would also have, like, we would write a line or a verse for him.
So you could have delivered it.
And then, you know, I had the opportunity to perform it in front of the class, and the English teacher loved it. To the point where she went ahead and like used our piece as example for the other grade 9 class. Classes.
So you set the standard from early?
Yeah, definitely.
So, what kind of music at that time influenced you? I mean, is it the traditional reggae music or the more current dancehall music? I mean, now you have trap, you know. What kind of music appeal to you?
Definitely the older style of music, reggae, because my father was a man. I grew up, first and foremost, I grew up in a musical household where my father was a DJ back in the days. Where them time they had, you know hear yourself on an actual record where you got a studio to record it. You DJ on sound and them a record it. You understand? So my father, you know, he was from them times. So, and then my mom used to sing now. at churches and yes.
You couldn't escape it. Yeah.
So, you know, I grew up with that love there and that passion there for music, but all the music were their taste. You understand? So, that natural love.
You know, I want to ask Leejan though, as you walked in, I know you decided to, I mean, the image you present already, I could say, you know what I mean? How important is that to you, for you?
It's not everything, it's the least, but I believe presentation is key.
Yes.
Because you can have, like, for example, say a biscuit bag, and you know, it just have on some flat design, and you have a different, you have a different biscuit bag, and it more look flashy, the design and stuff. Even if you try the other one, and it tastes better, like, you still have to pick the flashy one. So presentation is key.
Yeah. Let me ask you this now. Here you are an artist. We're looking at some video footage on the screen a while ago.
Yeah.
You got into the studio, you make your first song, and you say, you know what, I'm doing this thing. This thing is not just what was happening in Mona High. Walk me through, like, your first song, and when you realized that, no, we're doing this professionally.
All right, so I recorded my first song when I was going to Mona High School. I had a friend by the name of Joel Johnson, otherwise known as Tadai. He passed away sometime in the earlier times. R.I.P. my general. You understand? But he came into my life at a time when, you know, I needed to get to that place where I would start recording. And he presented himself. He saw the talent. You understand? Through shows and stuff like I would do at Mona High School, which, you know, I would post on my social media and so forth, kind of like to showcase and, you know, show the world my talent. And he saw the talent. I wasn't this good either, but, you know, you have some people where them know natural, pure talent from them see. So he was one of that person. You understand? So he had a friend by the name of Shanat, where he lived like about, I would say, like about a 2-minute walk from me. And, you know, we would go to his house and he would set up the recording equipments and stuff and a whatnot, basically. Put the mic stand and a whatnot, and you know, I would record in the living room, where I recorded my first song with my older brother at the time. So the first song I recorded was actually with my older brother.
Nice.
You understand? And then, you know, when I heard it, I heard myself on a record for the first time. It gave me a different kind of feeling, which, you know, led me to wanting to explore more. You know? So.
And with exploring more came Magnum Top Performer. We're seeing you on screen there, being named the Top Performer. When you get a title like that and a recognition like that, you must feel like, say, no, you know, say, we're on the right path still, you know, this is something that I can really conquer. What do you ultimately want to achieve for yourself?
I think being on Magnum, it was somehow destined, I would like to think. Because my father, you know, he would always say, you know, one day me I gotta watch up on stage, waiting for the guy interview you and so forth. And when I went to Magnum, I did for the second round I did a show in Linstead where it was actual crowd performing. I was performing for an actual crowd while it was being streamed. You get me? And at that time, before I entered the competition, my father had passed. Well, after I entered the competition, but after I got the news, I got the call that, you know, I'm in it. I didn't even get the chance to tell him
Whoa.
You understand? But with that now, I couldn't give up then, even though I never start the competition as yet. I couldn't give up because, you know, I had Joel Johnson, which was the person who I started with. He had passed like a couple months before that. And then my father passed, which he's one of my biggest inspirations for music. So I would sit down to myself and think, you know, like, what me I gotta do now? What me I do? Is either me I gotta sit down and ball, which, you know, me have a right to do that still.
Of course,
You understand? Because I'm a human being at the end of the day, but, you know, me have a goal, me have an opportunity right in front of me. Is either me I gotta shut it down or me I gotta take advantage of it.
I mean, you perhaps answer the question I'm about to ask, so what's the inspiration behind the latest single, Born for Greatness? Because listen to you talk about how your father has inspired you, but I don't know if there's anything else that you want to highlight that would have inspired you to write that song, Born for Greatness. Because the title track, in itself says...
A lot, eh?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. I would like to say my journey was really the inspiration behind that song. You know, looking back at how far I've come to where I am now. And, you know, that is inspiring for me in myself. And that's something that keeps me motivated whenever I feel like, you know, I'm at a point where it feels like the road too far, too dark, and I can't see which part I go. You know, I just flash back and look on moments like this where I overcome that in the past. You understand? So, yeah, greatness was inspired by my journey, and at the same time, I wanted youths like myself with a passion, or whether you have whichever goal you have or you set for yourself, for know within themselves, like if you can hear this piece and like know that greatness is within all of us.
Yes.
But it is just up to each and every man to kind of like focus and try find that within themselves. You know, a lot of the time we spend time watch another man and I look upon where next man I do. And that's how hatred come in and bad mind and all them things. But if each of we try to like focus upon what we are do, not to be in a sense where you are gonna be selfish.
But
you know, try to fulfill and find your purpose. You understand? So
look here, you know, if I was gonna ask you what is the inspiration, give me don't leave me hanging. That way you just say is the thing.
Yeah, man,
that
definitely.
is for any child listening, watching, you know what I mean? Don't look to the left or right, focus. Not being selfish.
No, but just being focused and intentional.
Really impressive.
Very quickly, let me just ask you, for people who want to find the music, they want to keep up with it, they want to follow you, they want to know what coming next, where you are, where you're going to be, what you're doing, where can they do that?
On my social medias, one Leejan. If I type in one Leejan on any social media
or any
platform.
other numeral.
Number one.
Or any other numeral one.
Number one.
Numeral 1, Leejan.
Mad.
Yeah.
Take really good care of yourself. I'm looking forward. Me, I go bookmark him on my Spotify. Anything Leejan put out, I go hear it. All right, that was Leejan, recording artist and man on a mission. Of course, you know, so you can't move a muscle, because up next we have music on our,
yeah, right here. Music
right
is like
here,
our religion.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere, because we're actually heading into some Tuesday service.
Yes.
Remember what we said, you know? What them name? What the band name?
Dub Squad.
And when do they perform? On a?
Compound on a Tuesday.
All right, so we're just going to get look at Tuesday vibes in here on the Friday.
Yeah, into the service.
That part. Stay with us on Sunrise.
Tell us I'm a burn for greatness. I forgot what. Up in the studio late nights I record. Go and work one day, me know it have to pay off. Some consistent, I'm in a take no day off. Some jump in the street in a Louis Vuitton. Outside with the team, we have a show for perform.